Tuesday, January 30th recap of Days of Our Lives. Ava angers Wendy while Everett deals with Leo. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On Tuesday's episode of Days of Our Lives, Leo Stark catches Stephanie Johnson sneaking out of Everett Lynch's room. He teases that this could turn into a big scoop for Lady Whistleblower. Stephanie, however, dismisses Everett's involvement and threatens to inform Chad DeMera about Leo's column turning into a PR crisis. After Stephanie leaves, Leo pays a visit to Everett's room to hear his side of the story. Everett takes him to breakfast where he assures Leo that nothing happened between him and Stephanie, and that they just fell asleep after talking. Eventually, Leo believes Everett's explanation and promises to keep the news to himself. Meanwhile, Kayla Johnson is heading home from work and hopes to collect the banana muffins she pre-ordered from the yet-to-be-open Sweet Bits shop. Chanel Dupree informed Kayla that they would be ready in a few minutes, allowing Kayla some time to admire her engagement ring. As Kayla discovered that Chanel and Johnny DeMera were getting married on Valentine's Day, which also happened to be her anniversary with Steve Johnson, she mentioned this coincidence to Chanel. After Kayla collected her muffins and left, Stephanie arrived in the town square. Chanel handed Stephanie a fresh cup of coffee and mentioned that she just missed Kayla. Stephanie assumed Chanel was curious about why she was leaving the Salaman so early, but Chanel assured her that she was not. Chanel believed that since Stephanie was a mature adult, her business was nobody else's concern. Stephanie appreciated Chanel's viewpoint and expressed a wish that more people in Salem would adopt the same attitude. As Stephanie expressed her admiration for Chanel's engagement ring and wedding plans, it warmed her heart to witness someone happy and in love. Steve and Kayla cuddled up in bed together at their home. Kayla asked Steve for updates on Marlena Evans and requested that he check on John Black's well-being, as they were both concerned. During their conversation, Steve expressed his worries about Konstantin Melaunis, emphasizing that he was a con man with a questionable past. However, Kayla encouraged Steve to get more rest, dismissing his concerns. Amidst their conversation, Steve mentioned that he couldn't go back on his decision, jokingly attributing it to the enticing aroma of banana muffins. Just as Steve and Kayla heard the front door open, their daughter Stephanie peeked in and overheard the discussion of the muffins Kayla had brought home. After Stephanie changed into her pajamas, she spent some time in her parents' room and later informed them that she had spent the night at a friend's place. However, Steve took Stephanie aside for a private conversation later on. Stephanie assured him that nothing inappropriate happened with Everett, and that she was not rushing into anything. Steve was relieved to hear this and encouraged Stephanie to follow her own instincts and not let anyone hold her back. Johnny arrived at the Dimra mansion to find Stefan in a foul mood, prompting him to inquire about the reason behind it. Johnny couldn't understand why Stefan was feeling down when there were so many things to celebrate, especially Johnny's recent engagement to Chanel. Stefan struggled to find happiness for Johnny, as he himself had gotten married just 6 months ago, and his wife was currently serving time in prison. Johnny apologized for Stefan's situation, but couldn't comprehend why Stefan would cheat on his beloved wife, Gabby Hernandez de Mera, if he was truly in love with her. Stefan insisted that things were complicated, but Johnny wasn't impressed with his attempts to justify his affair with Ava Vitali. In another storyline that aired on Tuesday's episode of Days, Wendy Shin mistook Ava for Trip Johnson and affectionately called her "my love," while assuming Trip was on the other side of the refrigerator. Ava then suggested they have a woman-to-woman conversation over coffee, during which she grilled Wendy about her intentions with Trip. Due to the countless women who had taken advantage of Trip's kindness and then discarded him, Ava questioned the sincerity of Wendy's intentions. If Wendy was not genuinely interested in Trip, Ava believed it would be better for her to exit the relationship now. Wendy felt offended by the insinuation that she was using Trip and not fully committed to their relationship. Although Wendy initially considered not responding to the accusation, She eventually assured Ava that her love for Tripp was genuine. Ava argued that her actions were driven by her protective instincts as a mother, and she believed Wendy would understand that perspective someday if she became a mother herself. After disregarding a phone call from Harris Michaels, Ava was questioned by Wendy about her feelings towards Harris, Stefan, or both of them. When Ava turned Wendy's earlier words against her and chose not to respond, Wendy decided to leave the room to meditate. Ava brushed off Wendy's departure and seemed unaffected by the fact that she had upset Wendy. Harris attempted to contact Ava once again, but she chose to ignore his call. Frustrated, Ava reluctantly answered when the phone rang for a third time, only to realize that it was actually Stefan on the other end of the line. Stefan expressed concern about Ava's connection with Harris, and the two quickly found themselves in an intense argument. In response to Stefan's negative remarks about her, Ava decided to playfully taunt him by claiming to be naked and planning to pour hot oil on herself. Surprisingly, Stefan appeared to be affected by Ava's words as he disconnected the call and began unbuttoning his shirt. In the latest episode of Days, Sarah Horton discovered that she had a confidential patient after she found Paulina Price waiting in an examination room at the hospital. Paulina had woken up feeling panicked and slightly short of breath, leading Sarah to conduct a thorough examination and schedule her for an ultrasound in the radiology department. At first, Paulina was hesitant to disturb Chanel, but she eventually acquiesced and allowed Sarah to invite her daughter over. To Paulina's surprise, Johnny also joined them, and she found solace in their support. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Paulina will continue to lean on her loved ones as she prepares for surgery. Stay tuned for the upcoming events on Days of Our Lives. For the best source of Days of Our Lives spoilers, updates, and news, make sure to rely on CDL. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.